Now, fears continue to mount of a possible volcanic eruption in Iceland.
To Iceland, where thousands of people were evacuated after a massive volcanic eruption.
Beneath the serene surface of Iceland, a frightening threat is quietly brewing. Iceland, once a land of enviable stability, now trembles with the warnings of seismic tremors, sparking fear among its residents. A massive volcanic crevice, stretching 100 feet wide, has cracked open, instilling worry and anxiety not only among Icelanders, but across the entire European continent. Experts say this unsettling phenomenon may be the precursor to the most significant volcanic eruption the continent has ever witnessed. But what exactly could have caused this huge volcano crack in this Nordic island country? And could we be on the brink of watching the entirety of Europe as a continent go extinct? In the face of this looming threat, join us as we delve into how this massive 100-feet volcano crack in Iceland could result in the biggest eruption ever witnessed in Europe. A nation shaken by nature. On November 13, 2023, a series of earthquakes shook Grindavik, a charming town tucked away in southwest Iceland, prompting the evacuation of thousands.
Hundreds of people have been evacuated from their homes in southwest Iceland over fears of a volcanic eruption. Almost 1,000 earthquakes have hit the area since midnight. They have been weaker than over the past 2 days, though, as Sean Dilly reports.
But this really groundbreaking news, given that seismic events like this are practically woven into the fabric of this Nordic island nation. Iceland is a hotspot of geological activity, boasting an impressive count of 33 active volcano systems. Living in this country is like living on the edge, literally, positioned right on the mid-Atlantic ridge, where the formidable North American and Eurasian tectonic plates collide. Iceland is like a bustling intersection of Earth's colossal forces. Think of it as standing on a piece of the ocean floor that boldly emerged above the water's surface. This unique location earns Iceland a prime spot as one of the most dynamically active places on the planet when it comes to tectonic events and volcanic eruptions. Given this context, news about a volcanic eruption in Iceland has long ceased to trigger gasps and wide-eyed disbelief. The country has seen its fair share of molten drama over the centuries. However, the recent seismic stirrings carry an air of distinctiveness. Let's travel back to the 10th century when the Vatna Öldur eruption at Bardarbunga made its blazing debut, marking the first recorded volcanic spectacle in the region after humans settled in.
More intense seismic activity has been reported from Iceland's Bardarbunga volcano amid ongoing fears that it could erupt. No people live nearby, but it's situated in a national park popular with tourists. An area to the north has been evacuated. Hundreds of earthquakes have been detected every day, the strongest late on Thursday, although on Friday afternoon the volcano was calmer.
Since then, Iceland has experienced a volcanic roller coaster, with eruptions shaking up the country's serene atmosphere every now and then. The Eyjafjallajökull eruption of 2010 is likewise another eruption that jogs the memory of many. This fiery event not only captured attention globally, but also caused havoc with European air travel as it grounded flights across the continent. Interestingly, this particular volcano had previously unleashed its raging temperament in 920, 1613, and 1821 to 1823, creating a historical saga of eruptions that have left an permanent mark on the landscape and the collective memory of those who call Iceland home. Remarkably, Iceland's volcanic rhythm has undergone a notable shift. Typically, eruptions take place approximately every 5 years. However, since 2021, the volcano has been exhibiting a more frequent pattern, erupting nearly once a year. Traditionally, these eruptions occur at Fagradalsfjall, located about 35 kilometers from Reykjavik, the capital city. Fagradalsfjall, known for its eruptions in 2021 and 2022, has become a global tourist attraction, drawing visitors from every corner to witness the captivating lava flows. In a surprising twist, recent reports of eruptions from another volcano have left everyone on edge, as it could potentially be the most significant eruption ever witnessed in Europe. This has posed a considerable challenge for the well-being of the Icelandic people, as volcanic eruptions release toxic substances concealed in volcanic ash. These events are notorious for emitting various gases, including heat-trapping carbon dioxide and cooling gases like sulfur dioxide. The historical impact of major volcanic events, such as the horrific Mount Tambora eruption in 1815, which led to famine across the whole of Iceland, remains a strong reminder of the disruptive and deadly nature of these occurrences.
The impact of the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora deserves to be remembered.
Another tragic historical example is the Laki eruption of 1783, which released clouds of poisonous fluorine and sulfur dioxide, resulting in the death of approximately 50% of Iceland's livestock population. Additionally, larger eruptions can transport ash over vast distances, as seen in the 2010 Eyjafjallajökull eruption, whose ash blanketed Europe. Iceland, geological wonders and minerals discovery. Iceland is known for its extraordinary geological wonders, such as the captivating rock formations of Dimmuborgir, which draw visitors from all corners of the globe. This not only contributes to the country's economic prosperity, but also adds an enchanting aesthetic dimension to its volcanic heritage. And despite the challenges presented by Iceland's peculiar volcanic ash, there is a silver lining. Other volcanic activities have contributed to the discovery of minerals crucial to industrial production. In view of these positive aspects, a sense of unease looms over Grindavik and the entirety of Iceland, as a massive 100-foot volcanic crack threatens imminent eruption, bringing with it the potential displacement of residents, property destruction, and even loss of lives. The signs of the impending catastrophe are glaring, prompting questions about the deadly consequences if the volcano were to erupt. This has prompted precautionary evacuations undertaken by residents in anticipation of this alarming possibility. The town of Grindavik has been rattled by an overwhelming surge in seismic activity, with over 1,000 earthquakes jolting the region since October 24, 2023. In one alarming case, a staggering 800 tremors were recorded within a mere 24 hours. In response to this seismic unrest, Icelandic authorities swiftly took action, closing popular tourist destinations and issuing evacuation orders that compelled residents to hastily abandon their homes. The Reykjanes Peninsula also experienced a worrisome surge in seismic activity, with over 1,000 earthquakes occurring with just 24 hours before the evacuation. Footage captured during this time revealed steam rising from a crack, a sight that raised concerns within the Civil Protection Agency. The government acknowledged the unprecedented nature of the events, comparing them to the Vestmannaeyjar eruption of 1973, which lasted 6 months, necessitated the evacuation of an island, and resulted in the destruction of several hundred homes. Persistent active magma. Iceland has some of the world's most active volcanoes in the world. It therefore comes as no surprise that active flows of magma are common sight in the country. For context, the urgency surrounding the Grindavik earthquake stemmed from the discovery of an underground magma river stretching an incredible 15 kilometers in length. This not only added a layer of complexity to the situation, it also heightened the stakes and emphasized the need for swift and decisive action. This active flow of magma stirred up serious concerns, prompting the mandatory evacuation of the town. Despite efforts to allow residents a brief return for essential belongings, the high-risk status of the area made re-entry impossible, creating a delicate situation for the town's residents. This worrisome development also led to street closures, completely stopping travel in the region for an unspecified duration. To safeguard the area, construction commenced on protective barriers encircling a crucial geothermal plant near Grindavik, a power source vital for the entire country. The goal was to shield this critical infrastructure from potential lava flows, ensuring the uninterrupted supply of electricity. However, this protective measure resulted in a substantial power outage in a significant part of Grindavik. In a race against time, workers worked hard to restore electricity before any potential eruption, showcasing the proactive measures taken to protect the town's essential services from the looming volcanic threat. Recognizing the urgency and distress, the police granted special permission to select residents of Grindavik on November 16th. Accompanied by rescue vehicle escorts, these individuals were permitted a brief return to the town to retrieve their valuables, offering a gesture aimed at easing their immediate concerns. The community's response to the impending crisis is both remarkable and necessary. As tensions escalated, shelters and support systems were swiftly established to help those displaced by the unfolding events. A non-profit organization, armed with an app to locate missing pets, was similarly launched and sprang into action. Their efforts resulted in the rescue of various animals, including 49 cats, 4 hamsters, 90 pigeons, sheep, frogs, parrots, 3 kittens, and a rabbit from the town. This compassionate endeavor amid the crisis highlighted the community's dedication to the well-being of its residents, both human and animal alike. After a series of recorded earthquakes, the seismic activity in Iceland appeared to calm down, dropping to around 200 tremors per day by November 20th. However, on November 23rd, an unexpected spike occurred with approximately 250 quakes recorded from midnight to 11:30 a.m. Despite this anomaly, scientists insisted that the overall earthquake activity seemed to be on a declining trend. While a reduction in recent earthquake activity may seem like a positive development, it hasn't eased the tension in the area. Scientists are approaching this decrease with caution, emphasizing that fewer earthquakes don't necessarily indicate a reduced threat. The concern arises from the possibility that this lull could signal a different phase in the volcanic cycle, potentially indicating the gradual movement of magma closer to the surface. Discovery of a rapidly forming magma tunnel. To grasp the gravity of the situation, experts are delving into Iceland's volcanic history, drawing parallels with past eruptions that have left lasting marks on the region. This comparison helps highlight the potential magnitude of the imminent eruption and the long-lasting repercussions it could have on society, the environment, and the economy. At the heart of understanding this impending threat lays the formation of a magma tunnel beneath the affected region. This vertical channel, rising from the depths below, presents complex risks. Observations reveal the rapid expansion and inflation of this tunnel, sparking fears of a potential eruption. The location and scale of this tunnel extend concerns far beyond its immediate vicinity, casting a shadow over nearby towns and essential infrastructure. Authorities are deeply worried about potential damage to crucial infrastructure, including buildings and utilities. Professor Van Kranendonk, a geology professor, has shed light on Iceland's unique geological setup, describing it as part of the ocean floor that has emerged above the water's surface. In his opinion, understanding the dynamics of this geological phenomenon is crucial in assessing and preparing for the looming volcanic threat. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, volcanic activity, typically concealed kilometers underground, plays a crucial role in shaping the world's landscapes. The iconic Blue Lagoon in Iceland owes its existence to the hidden dance of simmering magma just beneath the Earth's crust. Despite Iceland's peaceful outlook, Professor Van Kranendonk believes that the persistent geological forces at work beneath the serene exterior are quietly setting the stage for potential volcanic eruptions. Beneath the seemingly stable surface, unseen forces are in constant motion, setting the stage for these dramatic displays of nature. Presently, hints of impending activity emerge as magma slowly creeps through subterranean cracks, inching its way closer to the Earth's surface. The seismic tremors experienced in Grindavik, though not as destructive as earthquakes in other parts of the world, occur mere hundreds of meters below the surface, emphasizing the unique geological dynamics of Iceland. But despite this potential for disaster, many fail to grasp the true magnitude of these volcanic events. The Toba super eruption, a massive event that occurred around 74,000 years ago in Indonesia, remains a powerful example. This eruption ejected a staggering 2,800 cubic kilometers of lava, causing a global impact. The aftermath, known as a volcanic winter, led to a dramatic drop in temperatures worldwide as sunlight was blocked by the ash. This significant climate shift is believed to have influenced human evolution, potentially creating a stoppage in the development of our species. While Iceland may not have experienced such a catastrophic event, the reminder of the power held within the Earth's crust is evident. Europe's largest active volcano. While the volcanic activities in Iceland continue to persist, experts have warned that there could be an even more powerful and more active volcano gearing up to explode somewhere else in Europe. Mount Etna in Italy, another volcanic giant, remains a compelling geological force that continues to shape our planet. Europe's largest active volcano, situated in Sicily, has captivated the locals with its eruptions throughout the centuries, creating a spectacle for the ages. Its most recent dramatic eruption occurred in 2021, leaving a lasting impression on observers. But some experts, however, believe that the current situation in Iceland may surpass this. Professor van Kranendonk has shed light on the repercussions of the earthquake swarms. In his view, these seismic activities may result in significant tears and ruptures across the landscape, affecting roads, homes, and valleys. The island itself is undergoing a process of tearing apart, with visible fissures acting as gateways for molten magma to ascend. The anticipation of a volcanic eruption looms large, promising a potentially spectacular event. Delving into the details, Professor van Kranendonk discusses the observable impact of tectonic movements in Grindelvik, where ground fissures reach depths of up to a meter. These visible cracks serve as clear evidence of the underlying tectonic activity. However, predicting an imminent eruption is not always straightforward. To monitor such situations, advanced techniques have been deployed, particularly in places like Yellowstone. The professor emphasizes the geothermal activity at Yellowstone, fueled by magma near the surface. Sophisticated sensors have been employed to measure subtle ground movements and detect even the smallest shifts in the land's tilt. These subtle changes, often unseen by the naked eye, could raise safety concerns for visitors. Scientists are now increasingly listening for the faintest signs of an impending eruption through seismic detectors that are attuned to earthquakes and tremors. Additionally, they're closely tracking ground deformations, measuring the slightest shifts that suggest magma is surging beneath the Earth's surface. This delicate process of monitoring, according to experts, will help ensure the safety of inhabitants and visitors alike in the face of potential volcanic activity. How devastating do you think this impending volcanic eruption in Iceland would be? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.